back. This is
The Bourbon Barrel.
I'm Neat.
I'm Rox.
And today we're going to do a different kind of thing. Previous episodes we did 3 bullets, 3 1792s, and today we're going to do...
3 bullets. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Today we're going to do 3 different bourbons, but they're all 90 proof. So...
Throwing back to the 90s.
Yeah. If you can count how many 90s references are in this episode, leave a comment down below with your guess. It'll be, we'll see if we can pick someone who has the correct number.
I can't even start with one because I'm just like in my head I'm already thinking, God, that's the corniest thing. But it's to me it's hilarious.
I think it's cool.
Backstreet's back. Oh God. Oh, like just Jesus.
So, first on the list we have is Woodenville, correct?
Yeah, Woodenville's from. We've done this before. We opened this bottle actually, so we know it's hasn't been open very long. A month or 2 maybe.
Yeah.
Seattle, Washington is where they sell it. The farm that they get the grains from is an hour or so away. 2 guys, the best friends, that opened their own business and took a crack at it and are still going. There's no corporate anything, no sourced anything. Everything's from Washington. It's still in Washington. You know, it's a cool story, you know. And I liked this the first time, and I've still liked it as it's gone down. That's me, so I like it. I think it's pretty good. So nice. For the price point of, this was around $35, I think, the baseline. Yeah. The one that's aged in the port casks, I think it is, goes up about $10. It's still only about 90 proof, but
I gotta get another bottle of that Isaac Bowman port.
And see, I have the regular one of those that's unopened, but I feel like it was a little over 90, so I didn't.
Right.
You know, I think it's 92 or 94 or something. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway.
So, 90 proof,
Yep.
Because it's in this.
Do you still want us to do this, or you just do the thing up there?
The
so
thing,
it's
way. That way they get
He's gonna do the thing.
Google image.
I'm gonna not ice because I'm having some different tasting notes and stuff when I'm home, not icing. So I'm gonna go light for now. I don't.
That's fair.
I'm the one who over pours and then can't remember.
Gets a little sloppy.
I do. It's 100% my fault.
Nah. So
anyway,
without ice,
right?
What are we thinking? Ooh, that's not bad.
No, and it's not.
It's not overly. There's not a lot of burn. I actually don't smell the alcohol so much.
Nope.
Okay, that time I smelled the alcohol.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Okay. So there's definitely some wood in there.
Right. Woodenville's got a little wood in it.
That's fair. It's just hard to fight past. Like it's not rough. Like I'm not feeling a lot of burn at all.
It's not holding on at all. No, like I have no hold.
Like Jack on a door, just not holding on.
My heart will go on. So, you know, this ship can't sink. That's how we feel about this show. This ship can't sink. No way. Oh.
I got some cherry.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely felt the same thing. I was thinking, yep, cherry, almost vanilla, but not. I don't know, like. There was an aftertaste, like a hint of an after something.
I can see vanilla.
See, now I went real light on purpose. I want to do it a second time just like that. Because we did this last time, and I'm learning as I go. Mm-hmm. And there was definitely a difference. And it wasn't whether or not there was ice or not ice. It was sort of just the first and second. And you going into the Kentucky Hug was explanatory. And I've watched the episode a few times, and I'm learning. And it's different like this without making it different with something else added to it or removed from it. So, and that wasn't my experience prior. So, seems cool to me. Right. I'm going to try another sip. So, yeah, absolutely. And I feel like it was more tolerable and medium, as if I was, like, my mouth was ready for it or had already extinguished the burn of the initial, like, it's a little bit early. It was like water and nothing else up till now. Toothpaste.
You can't drink all day if you don't start before noon.
I'm, you know, that is To quote some of my favorite movies, Snoogans. So, from the 90s, I might add. But yeah, I'm a fan of Woodenville. I like the story. I like the whole thing. I look forward to trying the others. To my knowledge, it's just a rye and the one with the port cask, and I doubt I would try the rye as easily. I'm just not a rye person. I don't know.
See, I've been saying that, but then every time we try a high rye, I kind of enjoy it. So it's
and
Bullet is a high rye,
right?
And I'm like, what's going on? Like,
I totally get it, and I love the bourbon, the Bullet barrel strength. I'm still sipping on. Yeah. Now it's sipping slowly because it's heavier, and it's, but it's like my favorite heavier. Like it's right there with. Jeez, I don't know. It's probably right there with Wild Turkey 101. It's just so much more expensive than the Wild Turkey 101 that I would buy that more frequently. And in case you were wondering if I was going to do this, just practicing in case we do karate in the garage later, so, you know.
That's not a 90s reference.
Well, you know, Will Ferrell was around in the 90s. That's fine. He just wasn't as popular yet, I guess.
He was doing cowbell stuff.
Was he?
Jesus. I need more cowbell.
Oh my God.
I've got a fever, and the only cure is more cowbell.
Doing it uncanny, yeah. Christopher Walken.
Hello.
That's excellent.
How are you doing today?
It's good. He's good. I'm impressed. I didn't know he could do that. First he's playing saxophone, now he's Christopher Walken. I don't know what's happening at all.
Years of practice.
Clearly. Yeah. Good grief. We've already rated this, everything else, but we're kind of doing the 90 proof thing. That's what we're doing today.
So with ice, I'm getting a little bit more of the cherry and less of the wood.
Well, that's probably good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like it when it's wood or... I don't like it when the overwhelming taste is something that's not something you'd normally want to taste.
Right, like I don't want to sit there and lick
wood,
trees.
Char, like, charcoal, yum. No, that's never, nobody ever thinks that.
I use charcoal to cook my steaks. I don't...
Yeah, we don't need to lick it and sample it and, try it with ice and I like charcoal.
True. So.
Wood. There's a thing on... One of my more favorite stand-up comedians, Chris Porter, shout out, does a thing about his girlfriend sending him a message telling him what's in Taco Bell food. And she's like, did you read it? And he said, yeah, I read it. It's sawdust. And you know what? If sawdust tasted like that, I'd be cutting down trees every goddamn day. He's like, what happened to the tree in the yard? I made nachos. That's what happened to the tree in the yard. And just he's hilarious. He's a funny guy.
Don't ever go on the FDA website to find out the recommended allotted amount of insect parts that are allowed in food and shit.
The recommended allotted amount of insect parts.
You won't eat
what parts too, just any parts. We don't even get
thorax, leg, whatever.
Oh, my heart will not go on. Oh gosh, I feel like this is the beginning of Armageddon. Oh. Anyway.
Fun fact, Liv Tyler only got the part in Armageddon because of her dad.
Yeah, because he wrote the theme song.
That's right.
Yep. I miss Michael Clark Duncan. He was awesome in The Green Mile, and he was awesome in that. And
they call me John Coffee.
Yeah.
I drink only not spelt the same.
It's true. He's good at doing the voices and stuff. I don't have any of that. So
Michael Clark Duncan. I can't get that low.
No, but that was still. I mean, that's ridiculously low. You have to have that voice. Low. Yeah. And he in the whole Green Mile, he stood on blocks in every scene because he's not that tall.
Really?
Yeah, in every single scene that was relevant to how tall he was because they made him look giant.
Yeah.
He was not that tall. He was 6 foot or something, or high fives, but they made him look like he was 7 foot because he was, for the movie's sake and whatnot.
Fun movie facts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 90s, we both probably have lots and lots of memories from the 90s.
I remember the Gargoyles, the cartoon from Disney.
Right.
But the messed up thing, all the voice actors in that, still huge today.
Oh, sure.
I'm
sure a lot of them start that way.
What's the guy? The guy who played Goliath? He's actually doing voiceovers for Rick and Morty, and he's been in the video games and
nice.
A lot of actual sitcoms and things like that.
Sure.
Movies. And the one who did the voice of the detective that was the main female protagonist.
Right.
She was in she was one of the main characters in a series called Eureka.
I've seen I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've never watched
the
it.
Latino woman.
Right.
But, yeah. No.
Wow.
Very cool stuff. I'm gonna stop talking about gargoyles because
Everybody likes gargoyles. You know you like gargoyles.
I wish I could remember the names. But anyway, so
Well, Ryan Reynolds was two guys in a pizza place and a girl or whatever. Like he was
I
nobody.
remember
You know.
that and like Dharma and Greg were out at the same time, and I used to like get them confused.
Yeah,
Like,
and and now he can't anything he does. I watched the Pikachu movie just because it was his voice because he's so funny.
Yeah,
like,
he's hilarious. Like there's like a whole like subculture of people. I know you don't get on TikTok, but there's like a whole subculture of people who like say things like, if there's one dude that like could take me away from my wife, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Right. He's awesomely sarcastic and he's
our kind of dude.
Yeah. He is. He's 100%. And still to this day, like whenever Deadpool 3 comes out with all the Marvel and this, that, and the other, we'll see it. We'll see it.
So
anyway,
shall we move on?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
We got the town branch.
Yep.
Lexington, Kentucky.
And that one has a brewery attached to it. It's twofold. There's a brewery and a distillery. They have copper pot stills they had brought in from Scotland when they opened it in '08, I believe it was. It's named after the water source, like we talked about, which is actually the only water that runs through, I think they said, Lexington. Lexington's the largest city in the United States without a navigable water source. Like, not big enough to put a boat on, I guess, is what navigable means. Navigable means.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
There you go. Excellent.
But yeah, they still use that water as like it's like limestone filtered or something. But yeah, there's the bottle for you. This one's been open for about 6 months or so. But it's when I first opened it, I wasn't a big fan.
Okay.
So I was mixing it with stuff to try and just be done with it.
Fair enough. Yeah. I get that.
But now revisiting it after about 6 months, we'll see what happens. So.
Absolutely. Town branch. Every time I see the name, I think of a bank.
Yeah.
It just sounds like that. Like, where can I make a deposit? Where can I make a withdrawal?
I'm not part of the USAA, so I need a branch.
Right? I'm gonna try it. Like, instead of pouring twice, just sipping twice without changing it to. Do you cork? Okay. Do you cork?
I cork.
We cork. That sounds like we should create a dance of some sort or something like
an Irish dance because of Cork, Ireland.
I don't think we should at all. Apparently he can do voices, but us dancing is probably a no-go. It is for me.
I'd look like fat bastard from Austin Powers, just giggling everywhere. Is this what you want? I eat because I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy because I eat. It's a vicious cycle.
Well,
yeah.
I don't even know what I could compare me dancing to, so I got nothing for that.
Whatever happened to Mike Myers? He just fell off
a full body seizure of some sort.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, yeah. After Austin Powers, he still kind of replays the Wayne and Garth thing every once in a while, and there's some point to it.
Or something
yeah. I got 8,000 Tommy Boy references too, if you guys would like to hear those. So, or you were already doing 7 references in our other shows, and that's from the 90s too.
What's in the box?
Absolutely. I was in the shower trying to remember them just by heart, like sloth, greed, gluttony, wrath, envy, pride. What's you know what I mean? That's where I get it's. But any list of something like that I should know. I always miss 1 or 2, and I still can't. I could if I waited long enough, and you guys want to see that. This will be a 3-hour episode. An hour 2.5, he'll come up with the 7. I don't know. But a very good movie.
If you have never seen the movie 7, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman,
Kevin Spacey,
check it out.
But it was very good. It's a very good movie. So, Tommy Boy's hilarious too. Rest in peace, Tommy Boy. Chris Farley. Wow, that's I caught something immediately different.
See, there is a flavor in that I am not a fan of.
I'm going out on a limb, but my first thought, as soon as I sipped it, was chocolate. I don't know why.
My first thought was cat piss.
Cat piss.
I'm literally tasting cat piss. That's
if
awful.
I taste chocolate and he tastes cat piss, he should probably start losing weight as this goes. So
I'm feeling like,
because if chocolate tastes like cat piss, how do you not lose weight?
I'm not a fan of chocolate.
Wow.
Like, it's not my favorite. I'm
Wow,
a vanilla
blasphemy.
guy,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like chocolate and vanilla.
Good. I don't know if I'm wrong on that, but that was bad.
I felt the Woodenville had more body to it than this does from the first sip.
Yeah.
So this one had a little bit of a thicker mouthfeel to it. It's still mouthfeel. So many jokes. So, oh my god.
Yeah, no, I don't even like the nose on it.
You know where the weight room is? Forget it, I'll find it. It's fine. That's a pretty girl down there. I wonder if she goes out with one of the Yankees. Oh my god.
And then you got the truck over here without the tire brakes.
We should do the scene where he's like naked and he's like, hold me, and he opens the door and the other one walks away.
Housekeeping, you want me to fuck your pillow?
Yeah. Oh my god. I was watching that last night falling asleep just to try to remember some of the, like Brian Dennehy and Bo Derek and who was the...
Right, I gotta try it again, even though it tasted like cat piss to me.
The bad guy, was it Rob Lowe? Okay, I knew it was something like that, but even though it tastes like... We're gonna taste cat piss again, okay? Perhaps they had different food yesterday, and this is a different glass of piss.
No, it still tastes like cat piss. It's like really strong cat piss. Like if you...
Well, it's not the mild cat piss?
Like, you know how you have like a cat and it like pisses on something, and then you like put your nose into it to make sure... Like, you breathe deep, and you're like, oh, yep, that's absolutely 100% cat piss.
In case you're wondering why we don't get the right smells out of things, he's sniffing cat piss all the time, so I don't know what's happening.
Ammonia will actually make you go nose blind. And
nose blind?
Like, you won't be able to smell. You'll get anosmia, and yeah, fun facts.
This is going all sorts of ways. I don't
even want to do that with ice, and I'm going to get a cup to throw that out.
Oh, I'm going to finish it.
That's fair. You can do your cat piss, sir.
Hey, listen. Cat piss on ice, it's probably a delicacy in, I don't know, third world countries maybe?
Wow, that was so bad.
And I don't hate it. I don't. It was fine.
Oh, that's fair.
I still like Woodenville more than this.
I absolutely like Woodenville.
And...
way more. I like anything better than cat piss.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't like to put that in my mouth.
Well, that'll throw off your day. So
for sure.
I mean, especially. Oh no, let's not make that joke. I censored myself without having to text you and go, "Can you cut that out?" Because that was a terrible move on my part.
Wow, that was so bad.
And maybe that's as good as it gets. Sorry, another movie I loved from the '90s with Jack Nicholson when he plays the mentally challenged individual.
That's fair.
With Greg Kinnear and Helen Hunt. So anyway,
I just watched a movie with Helen Hunt recently.
Okay.
Looks like she has dentures now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like her mouth like sucked in. It's weird.
Wow.
It's pretty weird.
Wow. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last thing I saw with her in it offhand. Did you know they made another season of that show?
What show?
You remember the show she was famous for in the '90s with Paul Reiser? What was that called? Mad About You.
Mad About You.
Right. But they made another season like last year.
Really?
Yeah, it's on like Amazon Prime or so. I saw it. They made a whole new season with the same two of them. I never watched the original. Not that I didn't like it. I just it's a comedy. Maybe I find it hilarious now, but. No, they made another one like last year or something. They've been off the air for 20 plus years. Yeah. So
well, I mean that's what Hollywood's doing now is they're going back to
no original anything. I Know What You Did Last Summer Again is now a series. There's a Chucky series. Like I mean,
how many ways can a murderous doll kill people?
I watched Halloween Kills the other day because it came out on Peacock and we have that and whatnot. Halloween Kills, any chance of that franchise being good? Let's just say that.
Boom.
So,
Boomtown.
So it's like Jamie Lee Curtis and the other main character. The main character is played by Anthony Michael Hall, like literally from Weird Science and all that stuff. He pretends to be the kid from the very first movie, and he's older, and they go after Michael Myers. Oh, I'm not letting anything out. Of the 17 Halloween movies, they all try to kill Michael Myers.
They always try to kill him, and he never dies. One way or another,
it's like, well, we can't make more movies if he's gone. So
that's right, and we got to get that cash cow.
The only two good ones, and you said you don't really like scary movies, right? Or you're not a horror movie fan.
They're not my favorite, but I'm forced into it.
Right. No, I always felt like movies are better to me, or the way I think of it is like if they elicit the emotion they're supposed to. If a comedy makes you laugh, it's good. If a horror movie kind of makes you scared or weirded out or something, that's good. If it's a drama and it makes you cry, it's good. Those movies are just corn. They're like corny, like popcorn, and
movie.
They did two of them about 10 years ago where Rob Zombie did them. And those ones were creepy and weird, and I don't know, they were just what Halloween should be. You know what I mean? I don't need to see 80 stars popping up going, I'm going to get him with a baseball bat. Like, I don't need that.
And then not getting him.
Yeah, and then I don't want to give away endings to movies in case you're about to go see it or something, because it's new and, this, that, and the other. But suffice it to say, Michael Myers will live to see again. And there's already, like, I Googled to see who was somebody in the movie. Like, who's that? I seen him in something. I do that a lot. What's clicking? And there's already a thing popping up saying Halloween ends 2022. Like, it's already filmed and coming out, and they're turning this into a trilogy after the first 5 and then the next 2, and I don't know. So
yeah, more movies than Harry Potter. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, it's they never stop suckling at the money teat in Hollywood.
Fun fact about time, I guess. So 90s, that 70s show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
So
that 70s
show. That 70s show came out, and they're going to do that 90s show, and it's actually a longer time frame between that 90s show and today than it was between that 70s show and when it came out. How messed up is that for time?
He made me feel old just now.
Made you feel? I feel old. We all feel old. You should feel old.
You should feel old. This is your fault.
Freaking Ashton Kutcher.
All you young people, don't watch that nonsense. Right. That was hilarious. That kind of built their, all of them went on to bigger and better things.
Topher Grace became Venom for a movie.
He did.
It was so bad.
Did. It was awful. The Sandman one, yeah, it was terrible.
But he was getting paid like $1 million an episode at the end there, so he doesn't have to work. He does what he wants.
And he's the one that's kind of alienated from that group. Like they don't,
he just
Ashton Kutcher brought everybody from the ranch to hit in the ranch from that. It was in that show except him. Well,
so if you
I think the one girl wasn't in
it.
You
should absolutely check it out because
it's hilarious.
The most hilarious, like even the first 5 minutes of it. Ashton Kutcher comes in wearing Uggs, and Sam Elliott is playing his dad.
Yep.
And he goes, "What the fuck is on your feet?" They're Uggs.
And it's the Tom Brady
wears them.
Yeah.
And Sam Elliott goes, "Tom Brady can get away with a lot of shit."
Yeah. It's hilarious.
So
He's
funny.
right. It is hilarious. The whole thing's funny. And even his girlfriend is from the 90s. It's not from, unless she did a bit part on that show. I don't know all the episodes, and it ran many seasons. But Elijah Cuthbert, if I'm saying it right, I believe. Well, she was from the 90s. Like, she was the girl next door in a movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she was in other stuff. I don't remember what. This is where I would Google it and be like, oh, shit, look, Halloween is coming out every year. You all knew that.
So, Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare, there it is. All right. This has been Eating Rocks at the movies. So,
fun with 90s.
That's right, fun with 90s references. I'm upset that I haven't done enough Tommy Boy references.
I mean, to be fair, this is our first 90s proof flight, so there will be more opportunities.
I certainly hope so.
References.
And immediately, while it's going to maybe up the taste profile and lower the burn, but if we do a few 80s ones too, I mean, he's not as old as I am, and the 80s to me is more my childhood, whereas the 90s is probably a little bit more your childhood. But I grew up late because I'm a man-child, and so I have a lot of the same references he does. Yeah. And in case I'm not picking my nose, you see I'm itching. So
it's the Seinfeld episode right there. There's a 90s.
I never watched Seinfeld. I never watched Seinfeld. Never.
I watched it after the fact, though, because I was a little young when it came out.
And but I do love his stand-up. Like, Jerry Seinfeld is such a smart comedian, so... Anyway, Eagle Rare. So 10-year age statement, Buffalo Trace Distillery.
90 proof.
Used to be a single barrel, is not a single barrel anymore, but could be. Meaning the distiller said something to the effect of, that we do pick single barrels, but we also blend and we try to get it all together. So it could or it might not be, but we don't want to state it because it isn't always a single barrel anymore. Came out in 1975, the year of my birth. Ha ha.
Oh.
You're welcome. By the way, anyway, for me being alive. Wow, this is kind of an arrogant show for me, so you'll get over it.
It's okay. They're compiling all the facts and information on you so they can steal your identity.
They want to steal my debt and my couch from 1988 that I still sit on every night. You can have it. It's fine. I mean, I'm a giver. I'm not going to lie. 10-year-old, and they do I told you they do the Eagle Rare Life Award every year for people who do a lot for charities and stuff like that. And it's a really nice thing. Look it up and look into it. So it changed from 101 proof to 90 proof in 2005.
Really?
Yep. I don't remember why. I don't think they expressed why that happened, but that's when they, I want to say dumbed it down, but that's a poor, analogy.
They added water to it to get more.
Yeah, they eased it down. These are poopers. Yeah.
She just said hi to me. She wants to say hi to you too.
Sure, you got poopers. So anyway, Eagle Rare. Have you tasted this one yet?
Actually, not out of this bottle, no.
No,
because I just
I
just opened this.
We
bottle.
thought that he had one opened prior to today, but he hasn't.
Turns out that was not correct, sir.
Right, and I have one that isn't open too, so I didn't bring it because he thought he had one that was open, and we were trying to, anyway. And there's another fun fact: these could have a different taste profile someday down the road if we buy it. If either one of us were to buy another bottle of this and open it, as opposed to when it's this far down. Now, this one is mine. It's probably been open 6 months, maybe, so the oxidation stuff shouldn't have taken much effect. How long has this been open?
About 6 months.
Okay, so theoretically, it shouldn't be a huge difference right now.
Yet, it tasted like cat piss, so...
How did it taste the first time you got it, if you recall?
I wasn't a fan of it. That's why I started mixing it with, like...
Okay, so wasn't a fan versus cat piss. Is there...
I feel like
has it gotten worse? Okay.
I feel like it got worse, but that was 6 months ago, so I don't know.
And this expression comes in a... What do I want to say? There's another one it's either single barrel or aged longer or something. There's another bottle of this that's always next to it that's more expensive. I just can't remember if it's a longer age statement or if it's a single barrel. So maybe it's worth, maybe not. But for instance, I'm not a fan of Bullet as a general rule. Like the orange I'm not a fan. Yeah. But yeah, we get to that barrel strength, which is one of their higher proof offerings, and I'm like, wow, that's tasty. So
yeah, I feel like Bullet's a very good one for me. Like it's what I made, or what she made the
cherries out of. The cherries were awesome. The cherries were awesome. And she makes great bourbon cherries and skills. Lady's got skills. So.
Yeah. So Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare. Yeah.
Shall we?
Here, cheers to the '90s because, fuck yeah, why not? You damn, are you gonna have to see? I'm trying. I've only done that once in this or twice in this whole episode.
No worries, my friend. No worries.
And I'm trying to learn. I rewatched to try to learn stuff and.
See that in comparison to the,
oh my God.
The town branch is just...
And this is what I said when we started to a degree. Like, there's no way to say
better.
It's...
Like, it's not even a cat piss.
No, it's not. You can't compare it. You can't. No. And while I readily, personally, put Woodenville in front of town branch myself, too, as does he clearly from the cat piss.
Yeah, I might even have to do a run with this and Jefferson Aged at Sea just because they're so
and White Dog.
And White Dog.
This and Jefferson Aged at Sea and White Dog. And in that episode, we're not going to be happy about it.
No, I don't want to do that.
I still have half the bottle of White Dog from mine.
Speaking of which, it's been about a week in the barrel.
Oh! What were we just talking about? Whiskeys or something? Bourbon? This is the part where he's going to cut a little bit, hopefully. Because
so we were talking about Eagle Rare.
Right.
And how it compared to, the Jefferson's Age of Sea and the town branch, it's not even
Oh, no, it's not. It's not even close.
The two because that tasted like hogwash.
I know what I was about to say, but or it's something else too. But the Eagle Rare still to this day, like, what did you pay for that? That's a normal size bottle, $7.50.
45.
$45. It's hard to find where we are. I don't think it's really easy to find anywhere, from what I understand. Yeah. But $45. 35. It's so like in the price point too. It's not like we're saying this one's head and shoulders above the rest and we paid $150 for it. Right. You know what I mean? Which makes it, if it was readily available all the time, it would be on my shelf every day. And like right now I have a bottle that I haven't opened yet because I'm waiting for either a show or a special occasion or something because it's hard. It's a unicorn to us. And that's awesome. That's the point. It's awesome. They're not jacking up the MSRP. They could put $200 on it. They'd still sell it out. You know what I mean? And they don't. So shout out to all the liquor stores and places like them that do not do that. I mean, I know maybe $5, $10. You gotta keep your business running. But well, hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
Yeah. So the Eagle Rare.
Fava beans and some nice Chianti.
Fun fact. Hello,
That was a scary movie back
that
then.
Was
like,
entirely psychological thriller.
When the dude when they found the guy he had skinned in the, just to this day, like it's
dude,
still
the nurse with the facelessness. Oh man, that was messed up. Anyway,
I think my favorite horror movie I always put at the top of that list in my head. This is another interesting question that we can explore on our own or in shows or something. But what makes favorite? And what I mean by that is, if it's the movie I've seen the most and can quote the most, it's like probably Tommy Boy or something like that. But I always tell people it's things like Rain Man and Good Will Hunting and things like that because I think they were the best good movies, and I still love them, but I never just put them in because. Like late at night, I'll throw Tommy Boy in or something from Kevin Smith or whatever because it's funny and it's lighthearted. And
I can don't have to pay a lot of attention.
Right, and I mean I don't have to pay attention to the other ones because I know them, but I don't want to always be in that mindset where I'm just like,
Well, it's like kind of like bourbons because you have the one note bourbons that aren't aged that much. They're cheaper, but your go-tos because they're readily available. And then there's the ones that are you want to watch every now and then.
Right. And then, now if I watch Good Will Hunting, I'm sad because Robin's not with us anymore. Right. And it's like, man, that was such a great movie, and it's
not your fault.
You're right. It's not, yeah, and oh, God. It's one of, it's just that and Rain Man and, Dustin Hoffman playing that part and playing the crap out of it. My wife and I have had conversations about how Tom Cruise is like, he's always in good movies, but it's not because of him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or he did it a lot in the past. Like, I don't know what he's in now other than Mission Impossible 97. Yeah. I think they kill Michael Myers in the next one. I don't know. Halloween kills Tom Cruise, hopefully. I don't know.
So your thoughts on Eagle Rare?
Yeah, it's tasty. It's good stuff, man.
Fun fact: it was actually the first bourbon I ever bought when I was in college. So
wow!
I found it, and I don't think it was.
It was the first one you ever bought, and it was just there, like when you went in to get one.
Yeah, I grabbed one, and I was like, yeah, why not?
And that was north of us a couple hours, not local to where we are now.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was 2010.
Right on.
I think.
Right. Right. Eagle Rare is awesome. I'm not. Yeah. All right. There's no way between the three of these if we pick a winner. This is the first time too since we started this pick a winner thing where we'll both immediately pick this one. I'm willing to bet money over the other two
because I can be persuaded.
You can. We've established he's not a cheap whore earlier, but yeah. So anyway. It's head and shoulders. I'm literally kind of holding on to it just because it's so good, and not to say like better. He's not going to be like, don't drink any more of mine. The show's over. Like it's not that. I just
you overstayed.
I know, right? What in the flying hell? Like that was my Eagle Rare. I only have the 375. It's just unopened. That's the one I saw. That was all the way back to when I started and was saying I was buying a lot of little ones anyway, and I saw a little one and I was like, I don't ever see that usually. I didn't even really realize what it was.
They had little ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if they make but then we saw the Blantons. They make Blantons in
like tiny ones. My dad had ones like this big.
Yeah, that's. I didn't even. I mean, we were just discussing it recently through digital means. So, this is wonderful. This is the top of our ratings list to this day, I believe. Or I could be wrong.
I don't think we rated this yet.
I could be wrong about that. So my sincerest apologies. I'm trying to keep good notes these days, folks. Getting hopefully a little bit better at this.
He's our historian.
Yeah, it's just
our researcher.
Yeah,
we're a two-man team.
I try to do the best I can. Because he's the tech guy, and man, can he do the tech stuff. I mean, you're watching this now. Do you realize I'm 94 years old? Yeah, I am. So that's what he can do digitally. Hire him. Give him a call. Filters. Yeah, no, E.H. Taylor and the 15-year-old knob, are the top of our list at 4.2. We have not graded this, but I'm honestly, and a lot of time we're doing our gradings just behind the scenes because you don't belong there. So maybe if we had some fava beans and some nice Chianti. But anyway, yeah, no, this
is pretty good.
Honestly, just the what's the quick reaction? There's like a thing people say like just my. But it's not quick reaction. It's
you're off the cuff.
Off the cuff, yeah. All right. It's something quick. See, I'm bad at, and I have notes too. And I don't even have a buzz. Like this isn't buzzworthy yet. But I am learning again, and I feel like both times, and when I was at home and trying it, it's almost like, at least for me, and maybe not for you, and everybody's palate's different. We've discussed this. When we do this, I don't think I want to add ice. I think I want to do a different flight with maybe not the same things, but if I do this with ice and not without, like the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it changes too drastically in too many ways. Like I can't even tell it's the same thing if I put ice in it 2 seconds later.
I added ice to this, and I gotta say, without the ice, it is better.
It's so good.
The complexity is still there without the ice. So by adding ice, you're diluting that complexity, and I think we already discussed that in a previous episode with another bourbon we tried.
Probably right.
I think it was the 12-year age 1792 was that it took away from the complexity, and this is a very similar situation to that.
I mean, it's so good.
It's a 10-year age, and I feel like the thing that we're finding out as we continue to taste these things is that the longer that these things age, adding ice to them takes away from that age. Like, it's almost like you go back in time when you're adding ice. So like
to the 90s?
Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe to the 90s. I mean, this was only aged 10 years, so you're going to get back to 2011.
Never thought I'd see the day where you were squelched by a mall security guard. LaFleur's. So this is the setup, and then we go full Wolverine style and bickety bam!
Sock full of quarters.
That's right. Would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel?
Diphtheria.
No. Hey, so this one, Woodenville, when I was doing research and what I was going to mention to him earlier, and I lost my train of thought, they have a whole episode on there, and I mean whole, but it's like 5 minutes, but it's very explanatory about how to fill your little barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from Woodenville, the distillers, the owners or whatever. So check it out. Like, I don't know that it's any different than that one or not, because it was quick and I watched it and I didn't, as we had already filled our barrel, I wasn't really overly focused because I didn't know that we could do a whole lot different, but the age sounded different to me, like he was saying, but I don't remember it the size of his barrel versus the size of yours, and size matters. And I didn't even swear. See that? All right. I'm getting better. You know you like it. Anyway.
And we're gone.
And we're done. So this was an episode.
Yeah.
So we're all done with our 90 proofers.
So out of the three of them, as if there's any doubt, which one are you going to pick? I went back for seconds.
I think with me, you might even have a miniature, like 1% question mark. Well, we know with you it's not this one. We know with me it's not that one either. But I didn't hate this anywhere near as much as you did. I just felt like it was a little less flavor profile. I thought this one had a better mouthfeel, a better taste, a better
exquisite mouth.
As we keep doing this, the phrase mouthfeel is dirty and inappropriate as I can make it in so many ways, and so can he. Don't let him fool you. Okay, he's smarter than me, and he
Don't
can.
act like you're not impressed.
It's true.
That's not.
I was gonna do. Yeah, right. I think that was like 2000 to 2003 or something. It's like Brick killed a guy. Did you see
that? I didn't even talk to you about that.
I shit a squirrel. Yeah, I shit a squirrel.
Don't know what to name it.
The thing about it is, it was still alive. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway.
So your choice.
It's definitely Eagle Rare.
I'm gonna go with the Eagle Rare.
Yeah. That was.
That's really.
I appreciate your attempt, though. I did. It's so good. Like
it is. There's a lot of notes on there's a lot of things going on with this. I'm getting like cinnamon. I'm not getting chocolate, but I'm getting like.
Oh yeah, no. I still think I caught a hint. Like there's something like a truffle, like a.
I was getting.
And we need to do some with chocolate. We talked about it before, and
Halloween's coming up. We can do that.
Yeah, we need to taste. I got some robin eggs from Easter. We can taste for. We went trick or treating with my son last night, and he got some Easter eggs.
I think what this episode, what we've decided to do after this one is we're gonna grab the Eagle Rare. We're gonna put it up against the Colonel Taylor.
Whether they like it or not, we're forcing them.
And we're gonna try them.
Putting them against each other. They're gonna battle it out.
The Colonel Taylor was, I don't even remember how much, like 50?
I want to say it's very similar.
It's
like 40 to 45 or something. Maybe 50, but
10 proof difference.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's bottled and bond, and this is the 90. And it's an Eagle Rare makes another. They make a 12-year maybe or 17-year, and then they make one with a little eagle pop-out top on it. That's
and
like
a fun fact.
Chances of getting that are probably nil.
I think later on we're gonna do the E.H. Taylor. the 15-year Knob Creek that we ran out of comes out again this year. Or this month.
Saw that one at the store recently, and then it was gone the next time I saw it when I saw you
but I think it's coming out soon.
Okay.
Based on, like, the release
You're going to
dates.
spend another bill on it? All right.
It was good.
It's right. It's at the top of both of ours. Honestly, grab
that and the Elijah Craig.
Right.
And just do 4 of them as a flight and see which one takes the cake for the 4.
Your top, you rated Knob Creek 4.5 and E.H. Taylor 4.3.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had the Knob over it. Now I had E.H. Taylor at 4.1 and the Knob at 3.9, but my highest, it was 4.3, was still the Elijah Craig. Again, I think I'm factoring in price points, and I'm not sure he's not as much, or maybe
fine.
Right. It's not. There's nothing like. It's a matter of just sipping something and not, like, if we did it blind, not knowing what it costs, what the proof is, all that stuff.
If you guys want, we could do a, like, price point one. Like, I mean, I have Jim Beam Devil's Cut that cost me all of, like, $15.
Well, the Evan Williams 1783 is a $20 pour, and for $20, because of how good it is for $20, I jacked it because it's.
So we could do a similar price point episode and see where that takes us.
What I would love to get, and I mean, I guess I'm just sort of talking to you, but you guys are part of my family too. So yeah, it's an extended family. You don't have to come over for Christmas, but send a gift. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Talking about price points.
Oh, I would like to try anything of Elijah Craig that's not small batch, and no store around us do I ever see it.
No, there's a whole bunch of Elijah Craigs, like barrel
SEs, barrel proofs,
but
cask
definitely
strength, whatever.
Things that we'll try and get.
Because it's so good that it's like, why can't we need to get our hands on some of that.
I need to get
But we've talked about
this.
List
of things to buy is the Elijah Craig, like, small batch, the Isaac Bowman with the port wine cask finish.
Fair enough. Do you like the Isaac Bowman? I haven't opened mine. So
I enjoyed the port cask finish.
Have you tried the baseline? Okay, we'll do that in a flight sometime soon too. I have a bottle that's unopened that I bought with him.
Yeah.
So to try that one. And you like the port cask finished one. See, I feel like sometimes you're not as big on the finished things as I am.
See, I don't know. I like sweet stuff.
Right, me too. Right on. Let's end this episode.
Yeah, so thank you guys for coming in, checking us out. And as always, I'm Neat.
I'm Rox.
And this has been
the 90s Bourbon Barrel. Oh, yeah.
You screwed me on that.
I did.
I didn't know that was happening.
That was off the cuff, bro.
All right, so this has been the 90s.
Bye.
You keep adding things.
Right? And sing from the 90s. Come on. Oh, wait. And you know what? I have to shout out to my friend Wayne and his wife Catherine, because every time she comes into our work, she plays god-awful 90s music, and I have to hear NSYNC, and I have to hear Backstreet's Whack, and I have to hear a band called Savage Garden. I had never even heard of Savage Garden.
Deeply, bro.
I really would truly, madly, deeply like to never hear that again in my entire life. So... Anyway, sorry about that, guys, but we're just having fun. We're here to have fun, and we hope you have some fun.
Savage Garden, you can stay.
That's right, or if you're married to one of them. Bye.
All right.
The Bourbon Barrel.